Hello, my name is Black, and welcome to Black IRL. Today we are watching True Crime. Killer boyfriend thinks he can outsmart the detectives.
Royal Court Motors, hurry! I need your help. My girlfriend's hurry! Hurry again! She's been shot! Hurry! She's gone, man. I can tell. She's gone.
This frantic call was made by a worried boyfriend who found his lover in a horrifying state.
I think I heard her say, Draco. And then I heard a gunshot. Draco's on the run for some warrants or something like that.
You can just tell this man is lying like hell, bro. He has to hesitate every time he says something, saying I think I can do it. Like, you can tell he's lying. But let's see it.
Hasn't been able to get a job no more or get no money. So he's been just trying to get money.
But the officers were soon to be realized that he wasn't as good as he was posing to be.
Me out of here because this looks really bad. I'm famous as I'm on the radio all the time and I'm in the backseat of a police car.
I got you, hon. Hold on.
Whatever
looks
you
bad
guys
for
need
him.
from me for us to find him, get him, and convict him, I'm with it, bro.
Why would he give up Draco if he set it up? Why would he want us to know it, you know? It just doesn't make sense. Did Draco do it for you?
No, what? No, what?
Okay.
No.
He'd thought to get away easily with it until they uncovered a lead that would blow the case wide open.
It was cameras everywhere. He made me charge batteries every week, so I know there was cameras. He took them down.
It all began on December 9th, 2022 at 2:29 p.m. when the Gwinnett County, Georgia police were called into a busy shopping area.
Or shit happened in Georgia. Snellville, what the fuck? That's close where I live. Hold on, nigga.
Snellville.
I'm prepared for emergency. This is a highway. It's at Royal Motors. I was trying to get an ambulance. Somebody that came in with a mask and all black and a jacket with a rifle going across his chest. There's an email that was there. He told her to get on the floor.
So basically, that nigga came in fucking covered up and shit, planning to kill his girlfriend and act like he didn't do shit. What was the motive of that nigga doing that and then calling the police like he didn't do it? What was the motive for killing his girlfriend and then calling the police like he didn't do it? Why did he want to kill his girlfriend so goddamn bad?
And he shot one time. Okay, is she alive right now? Is she breathing? I took off running. And once I heard the shot, I was gone. I'm all across the street. The owner just walked into the store.
As soon as the police reached the car dealership, they met with a horrifying sight.
Where's the lady that shot? Where's the suspect?
And it's not like he was targeting people and accidentally shot his girlfriend. That motherfucker went for her, shot one time and left. I'm like, bruh.
When they're police, if you're inside, make yourself known!
Let's say somebody down back here. Watch that door. Surrender need to her. Somebody on me? Squeeze.
No. I'm holding the back door. Back door's open.
Let's go. Yep.
Go.
Clear. I don't have a pulse.
The victim was identified as 34-year-old Courtney Owens.
What I have is from the witness. The guy walked up, went into business, already like 4 arms with a rifle, went in, killed her.
What is her name?
Courtney Owens. The
Courtney
back door
Owens.
has been open. We cleared the business. Everything's inside.
Okay, good.
Courtney was shot once in the right side of the head, and the law enforcement was able to recover a single
But
five.
like, that nigga aimed for her. Like, he was going directly after her. Like, she must I don't even know what the hell happened. That motherfucker killed her for a reason. And targeted her for, like, what, bro? Damn. What did she do that was so damn bad you had to get a fucking rifle and shoot her in the right side of her? Damn. Damn, bruh. And they know exactly the rifle casing too, bro.
Investigation. While they tried to find any possible leads around the crime scene, other officers were already canvassing the area.
Man, I bet you what happened was freaking he was about to get broken up with because she cheated or something, found out. And he was like, nah, she can't get away with that. And then she really went to the fucking location, got the gun, covered his face up so she wouldn't see who it was, shot the bitch, and ran off. Like, God, he didn't even care if anybody was there or not. No, if anybody witnessed it, because obviously, I mean, he covered up. Like, he said he didn't even care. Like, he was just like, I'm going up there and shooting her before he decides to leave me for another nigga, right? Or it could be like something totally like just small and shit. And he gets mad easy and just fucking shot the fuck out of her. But hey, we gonna know at the end of the video.
Found the man who had called 911.
Just kind of what happened today? Or like, where were you?
Right there on the chair. I was sitting by waiting for the owner. Yeah. He said he would be here in 15 minutes. The guy came in, he just went straight to the back, got on a rifle going across his chest.
Like slung across his
Looking for flash. Thought he was security or something.
Okay. Well, did you have any like thing on his face or anything?
Yeah, he had a COVID mask.
COVID mask is crazy. I thought he had a damn ski mask, but nigga had a COVID mask. I mean, she knew who the fuck was shooting her, dog. God damn.
Yeah. She was just standing right here at the desk on the phone. 2 minutes later, she went over there and said Draco or Clayco, called him back, Draco or Clayco. Yeah. And she was on the phone still, walked back there, and then after like 30 seconds or whatever they were talking about, he said, get on the ground.
It was definitely on like the definitely on the verge of breaking up or something. And it has something to do with the guy that she yelled out, his name Draco.
But it was so calm, like it didn't even seem like it was Rick. And she got on the ground, and then I heard the shot. As soon as I heard the shot, I just took off running out the door.
He was here to purchase a car and was waiting for the owner to finalize paperwork. After hearing the shot, he immediately ran across the street to the drugstore.
Almost got hit by a car. Yeah. Trying to go safe.
Did you see where he went?
No, I didn't look that far.
What did he look like?
He was tall, slim, black, about your height.
Tall, slim, black. That don't describe the boyfriend at all, huh? Interesting, man. Well, I don't know if he was tall, but that nigga was not slim. He was black, but that nigga was not slim.
Black
They then went to
that
Courtney's
nigga is
boyfriend.
not slim. That nigga is not slim. That nigga's about like, depending on his height, maybe like 5'8". That nigga probably like 230 pounds, bro. Or even more than that. That nigga is not slim.
Friend, 41-year-old Stoney Williams, who was also her business partner. As the officer began interviewing
That nigga's
him,
not slim.
he revealed
Like
some
Rick Ross.
shocking details.
Okay, so tell
God
me your
damn.
backstory.
That nigga's not slim.
breaking up. And
Exactly. See? I was right. They was on the verge of breaking up. Yeah, see? I put my mind to it, bro.
it was an amicable breakup.
Yeah.
We had our ups and downs, but we were coming to a healthy conclusion to the.
Now he want to make that shit up. Hold on. He want to say they was coming to a healthy conclusion. Nah, what you did was you about to get broken up with. Couldn't take it anymore. It's some. If I can't have her, no one can have her. Went up to her job, shot the fuck out of her. I don't even know if it was her job. Shit, I don't remember. But they was not about to be it was nothing healthy about that shit. Bet you toxic relationship, he decided to shoot her ass. Ended her life, bro.
Don't be friends.
Goddamn.
She didn't want to be in the car business anymore, which was fine. And she was like, I need some money.
He couldn't even take the fucking friend zone, bro.
Over my life, and I was like, I just said, I'm gonna give her 15 grand.
Yeah.
My lawyer drew up the paperwork for it and all of this stuff.
They both were in a relationship for several years and co-owned the dealership business. But now, Courtney decided to end both the things with him, and he even agreed to it. He claimed to have agreed on everything she wanted.
Well, he probably did agree to it to her, but in his mind, that nigga went mental, bro. He was about to fuck. He went up there and shot the fuck out of her, bro.
Then he dropped a bombshell, a name that could be the biggest breakthrough in the case.
Today, she got here. I don't know exactly what time she got here. I was running some errands. I went to the bank to pull out the money I was giving her. The notary said he was going to be late. I told her, I said, the notary running late. So I'm going to stop to the bank and I'll be there. Coming back from the bank, I FaceTime her. I was like, hey, baby, I'm coming back. I'm on my way now. And I think I heard her say, Draco. And then I heard a gunshot.
Nah, that shit ain't adding up. Cause if they was on the verge of breaking up and she said she won't be friends, he agreed. Why is he still calling her baby, bro? That story don't even make sense. It makes sense if it was sounding right. If he didn't say they was on the verge of breaking up or they broke up, then why would he still be calling her baby? That's weird, ain't it? And the story, he trying to make it sound good because they know he was the boyfriend, but it wouldn't make sense if he said that to her after they literally just broke up. So like, that already doesn't make sense, man.
I was on FaceTime with her. I was down the street, though.
Okay.
I kept saying hello. She didn't say nothing back.
Did you hear any male voices or
I
anything?
didn't hear anybody else crying. I think this is kind of my fault.
That's weird as well.
Draco had
Cause then the nigga say, the one when this is said, he heard the guy say get on the ground, right? And he didn't hear that.
asking me for money.
Stoney claimed Draco was...
Yeah, she was on the phone at the time too, so I might clear his case that he was on a freaking phone, cause she was on the phone. But he's saying that he didn't hear anything the other guy said. That's also incorrect, or should be incorrect, because he should have heard him say get on the ground to her while he was on the phone. So that's also weird, man.
friend, but didn't know his real name, and just a few hours before the shooting, he'd shown up at their workplace. Then he revealed another incriminating piece of information that would link Draco further to the incident.
Then I was like, man, I'm parting ways with Courtney. And they give her this 15 grand.
See, parting ways, right? But why you still calling her baby?
He's not thinking that he'll do something to her. We family.
He further stated that Draco couldn't do something like this, but the investigators had their doubts.
How long have you known him?
A couple years.
Why would he do this?
I think he needed the money.
Do you owe him money?
No. Draco's on the run for some warrants and never get a job no more and get no money. So he's been just trying to get money.
But she didn't even have the money yet.
Didn't know that.
What kind of car does he drive?
We don't have a car. I know.
Does he live nearby?
I don't know where he live at right this second. I have no idea.
But you knew him for a couple of years.
Do you have cameras and stuff in your business?
Oh, we've had cameras, and we got broken into. The people wore masks. They cut all the cameras and messed up everything. And there's no point.
Okay.
For now, Stoney was allowed to go by the officers, but he had to...
Okay, if he was only there for like a few seconds, how did he know they cut the cameras? Not even like a few seconds. I bet you he didn't even have the time to freaking see that the cameras were cut or not. Unless the police found out the cameras were cut and told him. But other than that, if they didn't, then how would he know that? Unless he cut them off himself.
Provide one important piece of information to them.
Get out of here, because this looks really bad. I'm famous. I'm on the radio.
So this really bad. I'm famous and shit. Why are you worried about your fucking image? I don't think anybody like that who just got their girlfriend killed would worry about their image and they're famous. It's gonna look bad for them. And second, why would it look bad for you? Honestly, it'll probably give you more freaking fame to know that people worry about how you're feeling and how you are and trying to find the killer for you and stuff like that. But you're worried about if it gets out, it's gonna be bad on yourself. Meaning, you know, if the whole truth comes out, it's gonna be you on the face of that, and you're gonna be found out as the killer, and everybody gonna give you hate and hate for it and shit like that. Hate and publicity.
I got you, honey. Hold on. You can get out. Do you have Draco's number?
Detectives ran Draco's number through their official database, and they did find a match. This number belonged to a 23-year-old man named Wesley Vickers, who was from Atlanta, Georgia. He even had prior convictions for misdemeanor battery and identity theft. They suspected it could be Draco, and to be sure of it, investigators confirmed it was Stoney.
Who's that? That's him? Cool.
By now, they had their prime suspect in the picture, and the leading officer was ready to let Stoney go. But at the same time, something about the case still wasn't sitting right.
It's too many points to where it didn't make sense into the story. Like, if you actually pay attention and analyze it, like, what he was saying didn't make sense.
Being honest, I believe him.
Why is Draco coming here and killing this girl?
He said that Draco already is 1099, has warrants, and is on the run and needs some money.
Incriminating him to make him seem like the bad guy.
But now he's throwing.
They thought he's a genius, bro.
No, why would he give up Draco if he set it up? Why would he want us to know it, you know?
I mean, I would think it's known.
They needed to clear up if the shooter.
I mean, the only thing that's not really adding up to be for the boyfriend to be the killer is that what the witness said, that he was slim, but maybe he saw he saw a quick glance and thought he was slim, maybe, but
Shooter had stolen any items, making it an attempt of burglary as well.
or as they probably are like suggesting, that the boyfriend paid Draco to do it and then blamed it on the person he paid so he wouldn't get or go to jail. That could be another thing, which would make a little bit more sense. On the description of the guy, he was wearing a freaking COVID mask, and why she would say the name Draco.
Can we do a walkthrough real quick? Make sure you can't recognize anything stolen. So nothing standing out.
I can see. There's nothing for anybody to take, really.
No.
So you did get the cash?
It's right here.
Throughout the investigation, Stoney remained entirely cooperative with the officers and showed them the cash he was supposed to give to Courtney. Further corroborating, he was willing to let Courtney part ways with her.
Did you just pick that money up?
From the bank, right there. Whatever you guys need from me, plus the buy him.
I bet you that money wasn't for Courtney.
I'm with it, bro.
I bet you that money was for freaking Draco.
Okay.
However, one thing stood out about him.
It's either story one, what I said before, which is Draco took his girl and he got mad and shot her, or story two, he basically got someone to kill her, which is named Draco, and told on him instead of paying him the money. You know what I mean? But either one, it seemed like a plausible story of this. So,
that could alter the entire course of the investigation.
We just realized one of the phones he had, he just factory reset. You factory reset his phone, man?
Everything on my phone's 100% legal.
I don't.
So just listen.
What's the passcode?
Just listen.
I know.
Hear me out. I do everything that I can to help you with this situation, but I'm not the passwords for my phone. So.
He refused to give passwords to the officers.
yes. Also,
This behavior put him on the radar, prompting
Suspicious.
officers to question their own decisions.
He pissed me off a little bit because he started with the phones, but he was honest with me. He was like, I have illegal on my phone. I do think he has some other stuff going on. I mean, I think he just doesn't want us to get into his phone. If he set this girl up with Draco, why would he give me Draco? It just doesn't make sense.
to get the story out for him, it does make sense. It's basically to like lean a blind eye towards him, so he wouldn't be a suspect. You know what I mean?
The thing that my head isn't wrapping around is the fact that this guy would so easily turn in this other guy unless he has absolutely nothing to do with it.
I believe him in regards
Bullshit.
to
I don't. I think he has something to do with it.
if he and Draco plan this, why would he give us Draco?
Right.
Yeah, it's covering your trail and it's covering your tracks.
It's not covering the tracks. It's giving us the
Giving
tools
up.
that we need.
Given
True.
If he had a part in this, why give up the other guy that knows that? Because if we get Draco and Draco's be like, well, he paid me to set him, why would
Exactly.
he give us that?
In the criminal element, you don't have executions for no apparent reason. There's some kind of link between this.
As of right now, it points towards just a robbery, knowing that she would have $15,000 on him.
Now the officers had two possible motives in front of them for this murder to happen, but they were sure of one thing.
Stoney heard Courtney say Draco, an independent witness inside of the business. He saw a female walk in and say Draco. So to me, that puts him at the scene. That together I think was pretty good. Probable cause.
Nah, yeah, he knew Draco, right? And the girlfriend knew Draco.
Obtained a warrant against Draco, and the fugitive unit was deployed to track him down. But one unsettling question lingered in the officers' minds.
It feels good to identify the suspect really quickly, just to get some closure for the family, but I feel like there's a lot more detail to it. Very curious as to what led up to this. Why not just try to rob her instead of straight up execute her?
As investigators hunted for Draco, a detective from the nearby town of Fairburn reached out after catching wind of the case. She had some crucial information that could be the biggest breakthrough. She was investigating a drive-by shooting that took place at Courtney's friend's house. Surprisingly, it had happened just one day before the murder. Courtney had driven there, met with some friends, and unknowingly stepped into the middle of something far more dangerous than she realized.
So this is what happened. Miss Owens drove to his house and they all went to a bar in Atlanta. His car was shot up at the house while they were gone.
The detective presented a Brandon caliber casing as key evidence, which was found at the location of a shooting that occurred just a day before Courtney's murder. During that incident, she'd been present with a friend. The casing from that incident was confirmed to match one later found near her body. This direct match strongly implicated Draco as the person responsible for the shooting. But just when the case appeared to be heading in a clear direction, a detective shared further information, stating that Courtney had called her the day after the drive-by incident. During that call, she revealed a crucial piece of information about Stoney that would completely change their perspective on him.
So she knew her life was in danger, or knew something was going to happen or bound to happen, and this is about to show what she thought.
Craig Vasquez with the Fairburn Police Department.
Hi, thanks for calling. I got a phone call from him today. I never said anything about the incident. So he said, I hired a private investigator, and I've had one now for 41 days. So I know about what you've been doing, and I know you've been having with a guy in Fairburn.
Courtney said she never mentioned the drive-by incident to Stoney, but he knew she was dating a man whose house was shot up.
On my phone, it said that my SIM card was changed. So I called T-Mobile, and T-Mobile stated that someone came to the store and got a new SIM card. And I think that that's how he got access to that information.
She believed Stoney had cloned her SIM card and was able to see her texts and location.
If you have any additional things, you can just send it to my email. Thank you. You're welcome.
To clarify what actually happened in Fairburn, authorities decided to review the ring camera footage of the drive-by.
This is when the guy's house got shot up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of shots.
Yeah, that nigga was mad as fuck when he found out she was sleeping with another nigga, bro. And weren't they still dating? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe she was broken up with. He was a vengeful ex. But that nigga was mad as fuck, bro. He was mad.
I mean, less than 24 hours, he's using the same gun to commit a murder.
The shooting had happened the day before, which eliminated the possibility of this case being a robbery. While assembling all the information, it led detectives to a crucial breakthrough. Stoney might be the hidden mastermind behind the hitman. If so, officers were ready to confront him. As he spoke, the police seized the moment, pressing him with a series of pointed questions. Then came the one question that had the power to shift all attention onto Stoney, confirming Courtney's suspicions in a way no one could deny.
She told the detectives in Fairburn that someone had bought a SIM card, like, for her phone. Was that you?
It wasn't me, but I know about it.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I don't want to discuss that.
Did Draco do it for you?
No, what? No, what?
Okay.
No. And
That's what I was looking
happened
for. I was
in
just trying to get some
Fairburn?
clarity. Her house
Tone of his voice changed. Lying.
or not her house, but a car that she was in got shot up the day before. Well, the shell casings from that scene matched the ones from this scene too.
Holy.
I don't think you had anything to do with the homicide. But I think Draco's your homeboy, and you probably asked him for some help. Was he like tracking her for you, like kind of being like a PI for you?
No,
Like one of your fact checkers?
no.
Did you have a private investigator with her?
All right, so, well, now I see that you're looking at me for stuff.
I want to be able to explain away the suspicion of you. Does that make sense?
But it wasn't me. I wasn't upset with her. We break up and make up all the time. That's what we do. We've been doing it forever and a day.
I don't think no one mentioned that it was upset. They was asking you questions if you hired Draco for fact checking.
With what they initially suspected to be the motive. It was even brought to light by him, making it even more critical to get the answers. All these discoveries made the detectives question their own findings, as they now clearly suspected that Stoney had a motive to harm Courtney based on the fact that he'd been tracking her after their breakup. This made him even more suspicious. Even though Stoney attempted to trick them with his words, the investigators did not fall for it.
Exactly.
Yet, one question still bothered them.
That to me is not. I don't know. The money thing made sense when it was just the money thing, but now it doesn't make sense
at all.
It sounds like he wanted her dead, and he was gonna.
Maybe if they didn't shoot out the place, then it would have been shoot the place the day before, then it would have been like a good cover story. The whole thing would be over. But guess what? You fucking bitch, you made one mistake, whore. You messed up.
Whatever you had to do.
The officers believed that the drive-by incident preceding the murder was a warning from Draco to Courtney. Initially, Draco had planned to kill her, which he eventually carried out the next day. Now, amidst all this, they need to uncover the connection between her and Draco, as well as determine if Stoney was involved or not. They knew only Draco could provide these answers, so finding him became more crucial. Along with the search form, the investigators received other news confirming Draco's involvement.
The shell casings, they're both entered into ballistics IQ, and they showed to be a match and fired from the same gun.
The ballistics result also revealed that the casing from a drive-by shooting and Courtney's murder were fired from the same firearm, indicating that Draco could no longer evade the police. Furthermore, his involvement also sparked a significant theory among the authorities.
I do think Stoney knew about the drive-by. I think Draco, as his private investigator, he set him up to start following her, and he wasn't supposed to kill her. It was supposed to be something else. I think that there is definitely more to the story.
Despite having all the evidence, Draco was nowhere to be found. This unsettled the authorities even more, fearing that if he had escaped, Stoney could also slip away.
So I got a call this morning from the fugitive unit, and they located Draco, Wesley Vickers, indicator. They were able to take him into custody and brought him up to headquarters.
After 4 weeks of murder, the police had finally apprehended Draco. All that was left now was to confront him and get the truth out.
I didn't kill Quinn.
Who did?
I was there. I was there around the time.
Although he did admit being at the crime scene, but he then revealed something that was truly shocking. A potential new revelation that had been hidden until now.
Tell me what happened.
I was in the dealership. And I came to the front and was chilling and stuff like that. And Courtney, she was already in there.
And then what happens?
I be sitting at different computers and watching YouTube, something like that.
Okay.
Then I was talking to Courtney. She was trying to call Stoney. And this one, the other dude, the one who actually did it, he came in. He walked in and he looked around. Then I went to Courtney. And we talked to her. Yeah. This one, Stoney called. She said something. Let me see what you get somebody into or something like that. And she said something. And then he just shot. When he did that, it was over with. They ran out.
Why didn't you try to get help?
Didn't go to jail anyway. At least for about 5 years, my probation.
I know, but you could have still called 911 or something.
That's something. You just left her to die.
She did, but this real life, this ain't no video game.
The incident in Fairburn.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Well, it wasn't, but I know y'all think it's me.
Do you know who did it?
Oh.
I've listened to you and I've heard you out. You're leaving some stuff out. Right now is the time for you to come clean because I know you did this. There's nobody else. Half the you told me is and I can prove it wrong right now. My thing is, why would you do that? Why? You have no motive that I know of. Stoney is the only one who has a motive. And then guess what he did? Immediately threw your under the bus.
Yeah, that's great.
He doesn't care about you. I'm the only one being real with you right now. So, let's start over. Give me the background. What's going on?
This was the final blow when Draco realized that he was being put under suspicion. At that moment, he realized his facade was crumbling and the investigators were already onto him. With nowhere left to hide, Draco was about to break, but what he revealed next would expose everything.
I did go out there to favor. I went and did everything there. I did favor. I was told that the car did get shot.
To send the message.
Yeah. And I did get paid.
Damn. Second story was right.
To do that. Yeah.
To do what?
To do it just Courtney.
Who paid you?
Stoney paid.
See, I was right. The second story was right, not the first story. I was stupid. Okay? And I was fully right about it. Yes! Okay, let's continue.
Come to the dealership. And when I talked to Stoney. He was crying, like basically crying and jumping. He like, man, we can't do this. I guess she was going to sue. First charge or something. I don't really know. Something like 30,000.
As his confession unfolded, it peeled back the layers of Stoney's dark reality. Draco claimed that Stoney had told him Courtney was threatening to sue him. But then came the revelation that truly stunned the officers. The money at the center of it all wasn't meant for what they'd initially believed, as the true purpose was something more sinister.
What was he supposed to give you?
Like 15.
See, I was also right. I was right about that part too. Yes! I should have stuck with the second story like I was doing before, but then when he came in there, it was like, oh, it was not this and that. Okay. Yeah, but I was right.
I supposed to came in and robbed both of them. Her and Stoney. But on the shoot her. But I was gonna shoot one for him. And if she was there too though.
Tell me about how it went.
Courtney came in. I came from the back. My initial thought was that kidnap her. And just let her know like what was going on, like, and just be like, Jay, get out of town. But when she came in, she like, well, Draco went. She got the cussing and tripping out. She kept saying my name and just like that. That would have made me just spaz like that. I was honest for y'all. I was honest for Courtney.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's what you should do.
It's a big man to do that.
But here's the twist. Despite everything against him, Stoney was still on track to get away with the murder. And soon, we'll see how exactly.
I've been watching
What
YSL
the hell?
movies, and I watched the crooked things that the judge did in that case. So many crooked things that the DA did in that case. And I kept saying the whole time, man, they did that to me. Man, they did that to me.
Social fucking media, bro. He's using social media to get away with his goddamn cash. God damn it!
Detective's job didn't end there. They had to deliver this news to the family who'd been desperately waiting for answers about their beloved daughter's murder.
Hello. Hey, is this Miss Owens?
How you doing?
Good. I've got some good news. Draco was arrested this morning.
Hey!
He confessed to everything and stated that he was actually hired by Stoney.
Wow. Did he explain why they wanted to kill him?
So his explanation is that Stoney wasn't happy with the way the breakup was going, the business transactions were going.
So I think you and God bless y'all for actually doing your job and doing a great job.
Absolutely, yeah. And I appreciate you guys, and I'm so sorry. This is the worst thing that anybody...
This shit happened here too, bruh. This is absolutely crazy, man.
could ever go through.
This news gave a little relief to the grieving family. They now shifted their focus to investigating Stoney's background, where they discovered that his past was tainted with past convictions for burglary and child endangerment. Just when the detectives believed they'd learned everything about Stoney, 3 days later, new information surfaced, revealing his unknown actions.
Could we use your house to trial our 24-hour bathroom upgrade system? We're looking for homeowners with...
Well, I'm Detective Carter. Thank you for coming out here.
A former employee of the car dealership came forward to expose Stoney's lies to the police.
So it was cameras everywhere. He made me charge batteries every week, so I know there was cameras. He took them down.
Did you work the day before?
Yeah, I did.
I was right.
Okay, so that day the cameras were still there. Okay, and then you came back to work the day after the incident. And did you notice that the cameras weren't there that day?
I definitely noticed they weren't there.
And also, when she did go back to work, he did tell her if the police come in to say no comment and to contact the attorney.
After 3 months, Stoney was arrested while playing golf in Texas.
That is fucking crazy.
Meanwhile, Wesley
bruh.
Vickers, also known as Draco, was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life without parole. Finally, in March 2024, Stoney Williams entered an Alford plea of conspiracy to commit murder and was sentenced to 10 years. He had already served 11 months in jail, followed by 1 year of house arrest, with a remaining sentence to be served on probation.
God damn, man. Bro. Thank you to M7 Crime Storytime for this video, bro. This was a very interesting yet sad story, bro. And nigga tried to escape to Texas playing golf like a free man. I thought he was sad, bruh. That nigga tried and failed. Thought he could lock through that shit. Thought he was a genius. Hell no. But I'll see you guys next one, man.